Jet, as they have been doing.
Oh my god.
Maps. Boaster under pressure already. It's a fast-paced take out from the side of FUT.
Good morning,
right
Brain.
back to the races after losing that last map. Not a single round in their defense, but
welcome to the party.
They're on the attack.
Fast-paced play for FUT. Who would have seen it coming?
We're already planning the bomb? We're already planning the bomb? Hello?
Dirk,
you guys know I have a
finding its
255 IQ.
2 kills without a captain down.
Right,
Damage done
peak
as
at
well.
220?
Mr. Fallen clinging on to life.
255 I just the IQ.
There's at least one positive element for this
That's
attacking
double
side.
the highest in the world.
In right now, and Mr. Fallen dropped with the wall bang. Nice shot from Cracks. Nice jump up out of Yedege, and it's only Chronicle left. He's tagged down to 35. Even having to reload the Sheriff. The spike in the
I like that.
Tough defuse ahead of him, and with Cracks landing his shot.
Alpha might make things a little bit tougher. And in fact, he's going to have to fall back a little bit more.
FUT is quite dangerous with those marshals, but the ranged fight for
Breezy,
Yedege is the one
breezy.
to open it up. Dirk getting a little bit aggressive, peeking out on B. Second player following up, it's Alfier, but no element of surprise available. With the trap waiting for him to do just that.
This is probably the hardest
Even
map to
a
get
push-up
ecoed
here.
on.
I don't expect FUT to go back towards this angle if they do push B. With the mid control they have, it's more likely that they decide to just cross this and take it up towards the site from mid. One player spotted already. Once Chronicle throws the flash, that will
Comms
be
are
2
flowing.
minimum. I'm not sure if they saw any of the utility from Leo, but I believe they will have heard around here. Chronicle. I mean, they should know. The flash is decent. The jump up.
Oh,
A lot of shots hit there.
yesterday I saw
Tarik
Tarik Gucci stories trying on.
no deaths just yet for the side of FUT.
No, it's left all onto Alpha. Had that Sheriff from the beginning.
30 seconds left.
They spotted him around mid and B, so you can see Cena already being careful. And
Nice fan fiction, bro.
No one ever clears that fucking
fact,
box.
he's
No one
just
ever
gonna
clears
walk
that
straight
box,
into the
man.
Fucking
arms of
box,
Cena.
bro. Box it.
For now, he sat back with Captain already going for a peek and Cena
Losing
taking
focus.
that contact
Snap out of
on
it, bro.
He's gone through.
Taking the fight up against Boaster after camp thrown. They know that he's here. They don't know about anyone else, though. The drop down from Cracks, heard, shot landed on the Ada Captain elsewhere as Alpha falls. The second player responds, strikes. A response
2v2,
from Cena.
bonus
Even in this
potential.
round already, the damage has been done, and Cena's got a rifle. This is where things take a turn for the worse. Reveal is perfect. They know that the decoy was not the real one, and 89 HP total for Cena.
Oh my god.
You're actually hitting.
The spray,
You
hopefully.
actually hit us.
That is
Not
senior
wants
heavy,
to come.
heavy, senior.
The
Well,
jump
thank God
up
they
around
did
the
it.
side,
Oh my
Turkish
God.
grenade.
That would've
Shot
succeeded.
clean, 2-1, but at a heavy cost.
on.
Yeah, I was starting to think that that rifle was cursed because immediately got
Guys, just as good a weapon.
Oi,
What a shot from
oi,
Durka.
oi.
Saw
Oi,
the
oi,
tip of
oi.
that at Captain's head and ripped it clean off.
Shit.
didn't even need to TP. That was almost just for a little bit of a flex at the end. That's
Yoy?
also the spike.
Yoy?
So it just makes
Wait,
things awkward
that's
that they're
fucked.
going to have to go all the way back to retrieve it. In the meantime, Yedege's pushed up. Durka has been taken out in tube. That's at least a silver lining, but
Check, would you
it's
flip
still
a
a
coin
great start to the
if
round, and it's
heads
just been
was
improved
you
that
go
little bit
bald
more.
and tails is
And it
100K?
has. Chronicle the man getting the kill. Boaster and Leo both having light shields and a
Damn,
headshot from Cena.
I think
that
I-
matter.
Spike
Mr.
down
Fallen has a
mid.
chance
Not a
to clean up
gambling
some
man and haram and
Not a
everything,
gambling
but
man, it is haram, but like
Yeah,
100K is 100K.
post Ramadan, anything's possible.
Massive, allow them to drop down and potentially retrieve that spike. They're now on their
What'd
way
you say?
to seize full control.
Yeah,
of
just grow my
it.
hair
Alright,
out.
I said
Right
post
now.
Ramadan, anything's
Alright,
possible.
Right now?
Down to 20.
Right now.
Chance
Right now,
I'll
you
give
give
you
me
100K.
100K, I actually say, well, I'll do
This is the
it.
rotation for
Wait,
Mr.
actually, you
Fallen.
would do it?
Yeah,
That's
well,
just
I
at the
would
right
do it.
moment.
What?
You will have a
Yeah, I'll
face
just wear a
against
hat,
Chronicle,
yeah.
but just
I'll
one
literally
hit
just
to
wear
the
a hat.
body is all
Yeah,
he needs.
dude, like-
My hair
Yeah,
goes like
me
hella fast.
No,
Yeah,
the
me
fact
too.
is,
Nah,
should be
bald like
defense
shaved,
of that
like
spike. The
bald.
second
No, we don't have to
Like
shave it. It's
bald?
just
Yeah,
a
not buzz cut,
position
not
of
buzz
the
cut,
buzz cut,
ball
no?
for
Buzz cuts.
throughout the
No, no,
entirety
no,
of
bro,
this
like,
round, and
no,
now
I
he
don't-
cracks
Throw
it.
me a bone, bro.
No,
Throw me a
no,
bone.
bald, brother.
After what was such
Like
a great
abdo-bald.
round in the last
Oh,
opportunity to go
fuck.
3-0 up, win your bonus. The fact that the spike gets dropped twice, it's more so how they're actually going to be able to set him up. And he's
I wish we got more
immediately
listen-ins, honestly.
moved
I wanna hear
all the
these
way back
motherfuckers'
towards mid.
comms.
The initial plan was just
I know the
to
players
get
wouldn't like
blade
that.
from everything else. Was just seeing if someone would make a mistake. The fact is, though, Mr. Fallen is the one with the spike. So it does still seem like the plan is to go towards this A site after all.
That is the intention. There's a danger that he gets pushed, but
A split?
mid push in response from FUT.
Contact?
To make up for that
Uh-oh.
little gap in info.
I just want to see
CNET
someone bald.
updraft to work with. Chronicle
Like
right
from
down
our
below
group.
him, expected to be on this
Yo.
side, but CNET doesn't hit it. Down low
down
and dealt
A.
with by Cracks, but the damage is done. FNATIC have the advantage to work with, and Yedajay taken out very quickly indeed.
He's feeling,
Cracks
he's
swallows,
feeling.
and it's only out of Captain with 3
Oh, no,
kills for
bro, into the
Alpha already.
trip.
He won't get a chance to find any.
And if I off,
Piece of
easy
refereeing,
20.
Immediate dimensional drift from Durka. Flash is being expended. He's got
But
so much
then there's a
information
chance I
where
get
the
3.
players are. He's not going to leave. He's going to stick around. He's going to try and fight them all in the spawn.
It's not like he has a choice.
Oh,
Look where his
no.
gate crash was. In towards the window. Cracks, picks up Alpha.
I'm out of practice. A little bit.
But one man has stopped them. With Boaster down, it seems the A site is free. Open for business and closed for FNATIC. They're over on the B site.
Open for business and
Chronicle
closed for
Leo
FNATIC.
Sitting
Fuck yeah,
together
bro.
with rifles. Economy is decent. They can go for this, even in the 2v5. With damage done to Yedajay.
Look at where his keyboard hand is, bro. It's literally like
so
T-Rex.
many dangers
Spike
along the way.
planted.
They've lost control of so much of the map. Recon just went down in
Attic
middle as well.
captain.
At this point, you think there could be a player
Let me
around
see.
absolutely any corner. It's
Look
not
how
about
close his hands
can
are.
you take the fights on the site? Can you push them back to main and win the duels? Can you even get towards A in the first place? And that's not a question that they're going to look for the answer to. FNATIC carrying these weapons through to the next round is the name of the game. Spike is ticking slowly. Although it speeds up, just look at the minimap.
Show me Viper.
How close
Show
some
me
of
Viper.
these
Oh.
FUT players are
Oh, wait.
to
Look.
emerging
Oh, yeah.
into this B side. Every choke
Didn't even
point
realize.
now has players from the attacking side in it. And as the time comes to a close
Wait,
in this
surely that's
round,
bad for like
What an
the
angle.
wrist.
Oh my god, I got
Leo
scared.
finds one.
I mean, yeah,
It has
bro.
to be bad
I'd
for your wrist, right?
rather have
Actually
4
think
good
you're
years
safe.
than 6
No
average.
one not be swinging to help out Durka in that fight. Chronicle good for one, but the problem is that body can be res. Leo trying to go up and above the utility, catch an angle where he can spray down that res. He's found him, but Cracks turns right back. Delivers the shots he needs to.
Last
Boaster
player
caught
standing.
in the
That's
back by
tough.
Mr. Fallen. The sight push.
Cage triggered.
You had 2 players coming through the double doors, drawing his eye.
Saver.
Well,
After
Mr.
your
Fallen
wins
was
this,
revealed, but
I go
you'd be
bald.
forgiven for thinking it was Alphayer who could be
Not
seen through
locked
the wall.
in. He's saving.
Unfortunately for Alpha, he's the one that actually doesn't have the finances for the next round. So he just needs to be holding on to that gun. Was maybe hoping that he'd find something with the spam, give him an opportunity in a 1 versus 2, but instead it will just be the holding onto of that gun. And
Why are we
again,
running
it's
at them
a
on
similar
defense?
Stance. We've seen this a lot.
trying to be
from Dirk. He
proactive,
is going to
dude.
be aggressive. He is going to be
Can't knock on
irritating,
that.
try and take those fights around the map. But it just wasn't quite quick enough on the exit. And it's more so credit to FUT. I think that's what has to be done. The trade was immediate. It was so quick. And then from then onwards, you can understand, like, Leo, he's trying to deny them getting the res, deny them getting that advantage. But from that point onwards, it all fell apart for FNATIC.
June
It's the
21st
norm.
at 2:55 p.m. or
Okay,
a.m.
that's
EST.
wild.
What
No stranger to
Coverstory?
aggressive pushes
Don't know about the
themselves. We've seen it
Coverstory?
from Durka
No.
on that mid angle a couple times.
Every year
This time though, much more
on Cove
passive.
Day, I play
A
Harbor
different
only
Viper
in
wall
rank.
over on the A side. Previously, it was
Oh.
cut from stairs into main.
What?
This time from the
Should I
side
do a
all the
Rosa
way
ult
across
anniversary?
middle.
I don't even know
This
the
is what
date
they've
for that
used
one.
before to get Durka down on mid.
That might have to be every day,
Down
brother.
tube, rather. Although usually a bit of a deep
Can I do that? Like,
push
can I
coming
do
in towards
Raze
the B
only?
side, though, leaves Viper with only the orb to work with. No wall, but Alphayer backing him up. Alphayer no longer backing him up. Dealt with quite quickly, in fact.
You figure out
Leo
your
is gonna
royalties,
have
by
to
the
try.
way?
The site is clean.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, I mean, at least that's something.
Left in him.
Planted.
Yeah,
Back
it's
into a
marketing,
2v2.
but
Dirk is still quite far away. And normally this flank would be
Check, do you know when
massively
you're
valuable, but nobody
Okay, bro.
currently in a position that he'll be able to spot
Well, you know what I'm
this.
talking about. You
So
know.
every day on that
Looks
day, I
like
play
Yedajay
Overpass
just
all
wants to
day.
try and join up with his teammates. Instead, he's going to peek at the perfect time. Durka with utility in hand. It gives at least a little inkling as to where the players are. Quite a
Oh
chance.
my god, bro. I'm just playing,
I
bro.
love Mr. Fall.
But
Great
imagine
push
though.
from Durka.
he actually
Get out
could
of here for
have.
free.
I'm
He
sure
might
to
not
be the
want
type of
to.
dude who do that
Chronicle's here to
too.
fight with him, and
No,
now they can
no,
see
no,
him
no,
in control
no.
and have a 2-man advantage.
Nah,
for
watch
Laker.
it, bro. I
Is this
watched
bad?
it in bed. It's a good vlog.
I mean, it's not the first time Zelsa's cried for money, though.
But the fact that they had the Hunter's Fury ready
It was a good vlog. It was a really good vlog.
Disrupt,
It was,
make
it
things
was.
more awkward for the
Saucy
players on
speech,
foot.
too.
Yeah,
and even
bro.
then Chronicle just
Actually,
swinging. As we said
WT.
before.
Oh
like,
my
you
god. Saucy
noted
looked
it when he was
around
there
like,
the
are you guys
last
gonna record
time.
this shit? I was just gonna talk to the boys, and he's
Not
like,
really
fuck
taking
it.
that contact. Now, though, this is just based on individuals. One player on one side, one on the other. For CNED, probably hoping that would have been a little bit cleaner. And Leo, if he takes steps just a little bit further, he might be given a freebie. That's exactly
What
what
happened?
happens.
Spike
Spike on the
down A.
deck.
Hey, what the
4
fuck
players,
happened?
CNED on 30 HP, and he was given a tiny little. I thought for a second that was Leo jumping down, which
Are you watching the
wouldn't have even
Dallas
surprised
game?
me that much, but
Bro,
no,
I'm barely
it
watching
just
this game. What the fuck are you talking about, Dallas game?
Would have been
All right, I'm gonna
on
start banning people, bro. What kind of question is that?
30 seconds left.
CNED's out of here. 30 HP. 1 versus 4. No real chance to take this one across the line. Response right away from the side of FNATIC. And this mid control.
Guys,
that
do you
we've
think
seen
there's like,
attempted a couple of
bro,
times, not so
guys, think about it
successfully.
though.
Now it has that.
Like, there's
little
too
bit of a
much
bite to it.
entertainment,
And I think you
dude.
see what we're talking about just a
10
round or two,
seconds
maybe
left.
2 or 3 rounds ago.
Like,
where
we need to
Dirk is
take a
out on
break
mid,
from the
he's taking
entertainment,
that
no?
fight, and Chronicle's close on the door, but the pacing was just a little bit off as far as both of them peaking. This time, they're both ready to fight, and the result is...
I think has been this outlaw time and time again. A bit of a money maker, or money
Let's go,
saver,
bro.
I guess, for the side of FUT. As Mr.
Fucking
Farley
Let's
good.
go,
has
bro.
been
We got a game, bro.
Oh my god.
pretty generous.
Fuck, we gotta get
45.
better at fake
with giving
reacting,
guns
bro.
over
Yeah,
to
we
other
really
players.
do.
And as I said, coming into
What
the
can
game,
we
he was
do?
the top-rated
know.
player in playoffs. So
We get an acting coach?
he's generous.
I thought
at the
about
same
that.
time.
I'm actually down
You
for
don't get a
that.
much better teammate than that.
It
Acting
is one of my
classes?
favorite aspects of
Good
this weapon
movies.
that I think underutilized by some teams, but as we said, it's not a one-glove-fits-all kind of deal. I've seen this trap before,
Yeah.
as well, on A. The idea here being to catch the jet dash out. I don't think it was successful last time for Alpha, but the idea is there. And at some point, someone's falling for
Is there any
it.
pro actors
Alpha
in the
will be
chat
baiting
or
in this round
actresses?
With Durka tucked up close in the corner. The
I guess then
second the
you're just a
FUT decide
celebrity,
to
no?
dive out and CNED goes in, he'll either go into the trap and meet an immediate demise, or that crossfire will
Are
go into
actors
full effect
trained or born
afterwards.
into it?
Let's see which one of the two it is.
Last time we saw this, it didn't quite connect. Pop flash is good, and well, it hasn't worked out for Durka. The flash just left Alpha without really any semblance of hope to help his teammate, and they were very ready for that close angle to be held. For Leo, he's got to
Yeah, I would say both
something
too.
with the shock dart.
Spike
Hasn't done
planted.
any damage this time, and just look at the crazy lurk out of Yedajay. He's still so far back that if they get anywhere near this site, he can find them. But more importantly, if they try and exit this site, he's ready and waiting as well.
There's that, and the fact is, right, 5v3, now a 4v3 if you remove him from the fight. That's actually a big risk, but the fact that you have a Hunter's Fury to work with for post-life kind of makes it doable. And they have caught Yedajay, but time now is too far gone. The thing that they can do on the side of FNATIC is box FUT in. Leave them with no choice but to die to the spike or to take a
over.
fight they're unlikely to win. Leo's on 10 health. And hearing the steps marching towards him, he realizes it's not worth boxing them in anymore. That's a fight that they would win. And so they back off, set up for potentially a late
Can't
punish.
see.
In fact, it's Chronicle to be punished at the corner. Well,
Rob is right about that thing, bro.
carries a
That
rifle
banner has to go
forward
down
again.
at the end of the round.
The cost is great.
Chatters?
10 from Mr. Farley of playing. Well, okay, actually, maybe 9.
In
Waiting in this position. The thing is, it does
alcohol?
mean that walking up
Or no?
has incredible amounts of risk. Durka, I don't believe, has the ability to get out of there, but they actually use the snake bite just to try and make things a bit more awkward. He will now place the utility to escape.
Oh my god, what are you guys'
Goes-
suggestions, bro? Guys, can you
Mr.
guys take
Fallen.
something seriously for once?
He's going to have absolutely no idea how close he's managed to get. And this time, Durka will get out with no response at all.
Wow.
This is why
that was
we
a cool
caution
play.
that play. Durka has done it
Yeah,
quite a
they
lot.
broke
with
the drone from
usually
him
more
from Viper
aggressive
and then
walls,
walked up
granted,
behind it.
But he's not afraid to
First
push
of
down
all-
because he has that get out of
Yeah.
jail
Oh,
free.
yeah.
Wins the fights most of the time. Gate crashes after. FNATIC, another pick. That's out of Captain. Down and out. Viper wall no longer there to play with, and Ult's not going to recover. Yedajay
3v5
Maybe.
unwinnable?
Maybe grab a little bit of information if they pick up a body, but even then,
Poster.
they have to find the body first.
What
Boster's spotted and
the
taken down.
fuck?
Okay. Well, that's
A
something to
jiggle
play
and then
with,
that?
but even still,
My movement was
dealing with all these players is going to be a different story entirely.
Durka's definitely going to try and take one down, but he loses the fight as well. Back-to-back individuals.
The Flash get him?
Straight
Not
from
really,
Alpha.
right?
It
I
may
think
not
it was
matter
too
in the
high,
end.
right?
It's going to be
I don't
looking
know,
forward to
yeah.
seeing it, and Alpha's so quick with it. Again, got a little bit dangerous, a little bit shaky for a second. For the rest of FNATIC steamroll
5
on the
to
retake.
6? No.
Second half. And no matter what game they're in, their second half seems to be that little bit better. It's worrying for FUT. With already a solid defensive stance, they now look towards the A-side aggression on Durka. The Viper's Pit activated on B, and this is one of my favorite setups. It's so difficult to break through this because Boaster doesn't even need to be worried until you touch that trap.
They have the cam as well. To just watch for anybody coming in from behind. The Hunter's Fury being utilized, but it hasn't had the success they would hope for. CNED's not connected.
Oh
The
no, he has no
shots
knives.
trying to hunt him down. Alpha, though, is now left alone on the side. The rotation finally coming in. The support finally available, but maybe he doesn't need it.
man,
First
almost
goes his
got
way,
a
but
lot to
finally
say.
he's been dealt with.
Yeah,
And now
that's
the
insane.
cavalry arrives back into this 2 versus 2. CNED is still yet to claim a gun. Only playing with the frenzy. The Bladestorm not having the success he
Don't
was
know he's
hoping
close.
for. And actually, they've got to be careful. Chronicle is right on
Oh
the edge
no,
of this
Chronicle thinks
corner,
they know.
but he isn't going to peek it there. He goes first,
Ooh.
not quite the second.
Did
Yedeje
you
on
hear
low
him, bro?
HP.
You
You ever read
Just
it?
10. It would need to be an immediate
fuck, I
headshot.
want to.
The time is in Durka's
Oh
favor,
my
but he's not
God,
quite
dude.
in.
Oh, he
Position,
flicked
it
him.
doesn't
God,
matter in
what
the end. Quick enough to react. And we'll go in level. It's the main danger, though.
That is true. That is true.
Fast
It's not
up
as
mid?
easy as the man, or anyone's. It's the man himself.
Do a B
1
split?
HP. Let's see if that's
There's
still the
4
case.
B, bro.
Oh, Boaster to pick up the first. Well, CNED, okay. I really didn't think he survived
they're still
that long
losing.
either, but
4B.
dropped right after. Yedeje onto Durka.
They
Still
still
Alpha.
lost?
Wait,
Sitting
Sever has
around
a-
the A site on a very, very late
They're gonna
lurk,
go
but he's
back.
opened up
There's
the
1
space.
HP.
He's cleared it entirely. They know there's a free plant awaiting them. And on 1 health, the head peak angle. He dishes out that damage to Cracks, making this a pretty even fight. They have to be
Oh, I almost
so
overstayed.
cautious. 13 health on Cracks, Yedeje on 82, but look how low
Wait,
the
Alfier is
remaining
flanking?
Fnatic
Were they gonna
players
come
are.
to him?
I'm surprised they even
Oh my god,
attempted
turn.
to go through mid there. Now it comes down to Alpha, and he's going to get
Scared the
nothing.
fuck out of him.
It was kind of expected with how low he was.
I like that we see the
Chronicle,
camera reaction.
Clutch scenario.
Do you think Chronicle wins
We've hyped up his
this?
sky when it comes
Yeah, I
to these
actually
moments, but
think
the
he
KO can be just as deadly. Has the knife, but using it here would be to his own peril. Would give up his position. And that's not the plan. The plan is to try and hit the
So he's
shots.
got
Now
low
Cracks is the
HP?
first point
Oh.
of contact. He's so desperately low. That one will be easy. The next one's a little bit tougher. Just trying to make things a little bit more awkward. And he's doing damage all the way down to low HP, but he's now onto that spike. Sticking it to half at least, but eventually he's going to have to
think
get
he has
back
it,
on
right?
it. Yedeje is connected. The shots. Is there
my.
enough time? Just about.
Still, but Fnatic have gone right down halls and met no resistance. Everything for FUT's defense around this part of the map is based on this trapwire. Once it's broken, we'll have to see them react without giving the pistols the advantage.
What the fuck? They're all here.
Mainly going to be Mr. Fallen. This is
Oh my
not where
God.
you want this gun
Oh,
to
wow.
be. I think he expected them to try and either go straight towards A or bypass through the spawn, but well, instead they've gone right into him. Cracks. Again, he's going to be tagged down to just 5 HP. There are definitely opportunities now, especially with, okay, the Marshal's the first thing to go, but anything else, well, it's a 2K weapon or above.
Yeah, the damage starts to be considerable. They're not moving towards Cracks, thankfully. Doesn't mean it's going to be any easier for these players. Yedeje took
I mean, this should be easy still.
further away. CNED covering the cross, but they're
30 seconds
smoked off by the wall. Up close now. Yedeje's got the angle. Then the swing from
One
backside
enemy
comes in.
remaining.
Not even needed.
Spike
Yedeje's picking
down
them all
A.
up.
Wait, is he turned
Making
off?
it look
It's fucking
easy.
hot as shit
and
now.
Durka all the while
I'll go
was
bald if you
hoping
win this.
someone would swing into him. When they eventually do,
Fuck it,
it's
do it
back
anyway.
turn. 8 on
Alright.
the board for FUT and a clean response in round 1.
One will be one away from making it to
G2 versus Lev, and then winner plays 100 Thieves.
Final versus Heretics.
And split up next is FUT's map pick. Although so far in the series that hasn't mattered. The Fine
Yeah.
being their other pick, and well, you can see the scoreline in the top left of your screen. Fnatic, this second half hasn't gotten off to as good of a start, but now the rifles come out. This is where the real danger is for FUT. Some control over halls. It's only the one man in Alpha here holding that down up against Mr. Fallen's Marshall this time. CNED, the one that's taken the outlaw, pushed through double doors, about to be met with a big challenge. Cracks and CNED, the first on the scene.
Oh my god, reload.
One shot already expended
Wait.
on the decoy.
They stopped it,
The
dang.
TP is going to be used to cancel out that push. They'll get a second
Big
chance of
kill.
breathing in this round, but Alfier has been lost. The 2 play now
This
wide
outlaw
open.
is so annoying.
Bad. Cracks almost acting as the bodyguard.
Oh, he peeked out too far?
He's not going to be able to
yeah.
find anything. CNED down.
No,
Swing out,
Cena
hasn't worked
trolled
either.
Yeah,
that peek.
Yeah.
The Marshal
30
connecting
seconds
tags,
left.
but they're going to need a whole lot more if they're going to be able to
I think he was
win
about
this
to
one.
kill them all, no joke.
Shock darts to
Spike planted.
be able to deny, and again, there's a
I'm
player
winnable
on
now,
5
fuck.
HP with the side of FUT. Always
NT,
seemingly
bro.
clinging to life. Again, a round that
NT.
looked dangerous, but it's quickly diminished. I think Boaster may
What the fuck?
Yeah, I saw
have
him.
just caught
Wow.
an angle onto
Hold on.
J and
Ghosty.
just at the last second. They've got enough money to buy into the next round. They do not have an issue of that. So if he can catch either of these low HP players, they could be quite happy. But it's not going to happen. Durka, clinical in the end.
I'm rooting for
FNATIC again,
FUT.
just one away.
Yeah, basically.
Well, that's
But-
the third round we wanted to see from FNATIC. Although this is interesting.
Yeah.
The opening pick for CNET is good, but then he steps out in the open, unaware that they could have already walked out main. I think that's just the big gap in this defensive
Damn.
play after being
Boaster,
pressured
boaster,
so heavily
boaster.
on doors. They got a
Nice
little
shot there as
tunnel
well.
visioned in towards taking the fight
Uh-oh,
below
they might
the
be
two.
heating up again.
That won't be a mistake though.
Of this
Or
defensive
FNATIC's
side.
attack is insane.
So if this man gets going, he's difficult to stop. The fact is, though, FNATIC looking like they're about to pick up the pace. This A site about to be under some serious pressure.
Drone,
I didn't see him, did he?
look down. It's left, but okay, cracked.
Spike
That was from back
down
yellow,
A.
just a wild spam. Snakebite was hurt, being deployed.
Got him from
Durka
stairs.
knows that even though they didn't see that player,
What?
there's one here. The comms are good, and out of Captain Falls. Mr. Fallen in the same boat.
Spike planted.
Beamed out from downtown, and well, the tube control is still being held late in the round, but the timing terrible for CNET. That pick would have equalized
Oh, this
things.
is so hard now.
Instead, the control maintains.
This is
in
so
FNATIC's
hard
hands.
now.
Got a player
And
lurking
Alfear
through
is
two.
lurking
Behind
halls.
Double doors will now be backing off. Alfear taking his time, but the door's being closed on him. Still, for FUT actually finding success will be tough. They could have
Save,
isolated
brother.
the player on site, but that's no
Save.
longer
Yeah, these
possible
guys
with the
should
gate
save.
crash getting him out of there. Post-plant utility on the way. Alfear up in two.
God, bro, the door
he
open.
opened the door. No one was looking at him. That's a big mistake.
Last player
And they bought enough
standing.
time at this
Favor.
point that there's no way FUT can get the defuse. Instead, they've got to hightail it out of here. CNET wanting to save this operator.
So I got the op, not bad.
They're
Yeah.
going to go down to
Okay.
the spike. No. Ah,
Vice versa, creating jewels for players like
The
Durka.
fuck is that grab?
the knife's landed, but there's no one there to catch it. FNATIC have already overrun the site.
Bro, it's crazy
well,
for
a
that.
little peek out of Mr. Fallen comes at a heavy cost, losing his life. Operator for CNET is basically the only chance
What?
for this squad, and it's just being dropped.
You would think they don't
cleanly.
peek spawn because he's
Funny
offing.
that Durka spots the off, and the call from Leo is, I'm going to peek him.
What?
Shock Dart didn't even get to explode on time. Durka was way ahead of it. And Boaster
you
will
actually
find the
have a
final
game.
kill. A flurry of frags, but up against
I
these
think
weaker
FUT
weapons,
lose.
that's what's expected. The lead
their defense has
now
been
in
bad.
FNATIC's hands, 9
Yeah,
to
their
8.
defense has-
Early knife from Cracks.
Let's
Gonna
see,
let
let's
them know the
see.
FNATIC, at least for the early round, we're over on that side. The fact is, though, they have an awful lot of odds. In fact, both teams are very close to stacking almost everything up. Only Ada Captain and Durka a little bit further away. One off for Mr. Fallen and Leo with those Hunter's Furies potentially coming up this round.
Cutting through.
The fact is, though, FUT
Buffer.
haven't
Yeah, it
really
happens randomly for all of us.
fought
It's
Yeah.
fucked. Mine's coming soon, probably.
It's much more passive. They haven't got any control anywhere, and it means they can't really gamble any of their rotations. Durka doing exactly what we've seen. Timing though
fuck?
shouldn't be great for him. There's a player right behind. Mr. Farland will have that
Okay,
one.
5v4, let's see how they
like
fuck
I
this
said,
up.
that tube aggression on defensive side starts to be predictable. Here on the attack, it seems FUT were very much expecting it. Hunter's
Oh.
Fury cut through, good damage.
Wait, I don't know the
Follow-up
kill.
as well.
Too far?
Didn't seem like a connect. It must have been just out of range.
Oh,
'cause it was
no.
dead on.
Oh.
CNET with the headshot. And another. The correction through the
Ay,
smoke.
ay, ay,
The
ay, ay.
reveal, I don't think even came in on time. Leo does his best, but his best is not good
Damn, he
enough.
should have
in a
died. They
1
spotted him.
versus
He got
5.
two.
The wind out of sails for FNATIC, but I was going to say it could get going
Oh,
again.
fuck. He
Durka's
killed the
dead
real one.
immediately for the second round in a row.
Easy breezy for FUT so far. Opening pick onto Durka is clean. Hunter's Fury activated,
Damn.
but good movement by Ada Captain. Dip, duck, and dodging his way out of those angles and even
Spike
catching them
down,
through
B.
the smoke. Cage activated.
Wait, they fucking
the
owned
moment of
them.
solace for Chronicle. He can breathe at least a few
Cypher,
more breaths,
Viper
but
B
Ada
is too
Captain's on the
hard.
rotate
Plays
around. He
back,
wants
bro.
to find him. Viper
Yeah, they're
wall
trying to
up,
force it,
Viper wall
too.
down, and all
Yeah,
the
they gotta go
while
back to
just
their halls.
baiting them.
Yeah.
Their halls
These players
splits
in
were
towards middle, in towards the back of sight, just want to buy time. So CNET,
Whiff?
alongside Cracks, can have the easiest kills of
Nice
their
shot.
lives. Players looking the
Oh,
other
fuck.
way.
CNET's heating up.
Double digits for FUT. And now FNATIC are the ones that have to come back into it.
Yeah, for other teams, going up to behind people might be a problem, but we witnessed it many a time for CNET. Easy pickings. But this is the round for Attic Captain. Immediately takes out Durka. He was setting up utility to try and cause issues into the site, which is not a great sign if they're going to let this one slip as well. Even still, they have a buy.
So slow
They
play.
have a Viper's Pit. But if they were to head towards that B site, they'd have both Viper and Cypher to deal with again.
So slow play.
And the decision doesn't seem to be leaning that way. Problem is, on this side, they're going to have CNED to deal with. He's pushed up, gotten some aggressive positions to play with. Chronicles jump spotting it though. And the knife is going to make its way in just a moment.
We've seen him.
He knows that he can just give that up. The trap destroyed, and they move back towards the site. Push
Here we
coming
go.
up through mid. Nice. Decoy on its way, leading the charge, and it's caught with the trap. Now Dirk is here to follow
molly?
up on it alongside Boaster.
Oh.
Good headshot from Durka. TP back for the main play. They caught
Mr.
Chronicle at
Fallen.
least. Nice shot by Mr. Fallen. The
think
shot
the other
dart
guy
now,
too.
very threatening. Bring you right down to your last sliver of health.
Watching here.
Hasn't quite landed for Leo. He's dodged it, and the plant coming through with his cover.
They still haven't managed to clear
He
cracks.
flashed
I
himself.
don't know how he's managed to survive
There's a guy
this long.
mid.
He's been surrounded
no.
for the majority of the round.
This is a huge
Boaster,
round.
though, will remove Mr.
Oh,
Fallen.
no.
Durka takes down cracks at that.
That was a
Leaving just two
huge
players
kill from
standing.
Boaster.
Yeah.
He dies to
B-side
that. I think the
rotators.
retake
Again,
is
Durka's
instantly
going to
cut.
reposition back towards main. He might be the first point of contact, or wait for a little
The
bit
mid
more
kill was
information.
huge.
Leo on the site is not giving anything
saw
away,
him.
and I think Durka may have just spotted his opponent. That's going to be the kill. Just
Pretty
a second
hard.
too
One
late
mid,
for
one
Yetajay.
main.
And now, with no utility remaining, he needs to try and isolate both of these players. Durka just looking to bait him, remove that clock from
remaining.
No time.
any further problems, and while it's already going to be done, the round is over. Both of them just looking to try and escape, and well,
Damn.
Wait,
only
he-
one of them can.
Are you out,
Then
Dex?
FNATIC had the double mid
Have a good
play,
weekend,
and
bro.
it was just Durka repositioning over and over again that eventually allowed them to have a plant, allowed them
Thank you, man.
to
Buffer.
get into an advantageous position for this round.
No buffer.
The defense
HF,
looking like they have
HF,
a little bit
HF.
of a bait and switch
I don't know where
play
you're going,
again.
but HF.
It's going to be CNED in the back corner. Cracks, same spot as contact, but by the looks of
Check
things,
mini boot sweep, bro. We're in the middle of a 10-10,
dimensional
dude.
drift and
Cutting through.
Trying to lock in right now. No tweaks, man.
Straight into
It's a
B.
fake.
Oh yeah, light mid play as well with Boaster grabbing info. Durka spotted one.
He usually goes for one.
I think the flash is going to be committed, although he decides not to complete the ultimate until a little bit later. Decoy on its way. Yetajay's ready for it though. The cam spotted him out. Beautiful shot
No
from
way,
Yetajay,
that's
but he won't
second,
get away
yeah.
with any more than that.
Oh.
Chronicle quickly ends that story.
They
And
know he's
Boaster
fucked,
just
but
about
off here is
taking
bottom
around the
mid
corner,
too.
but shock darts are chasing him, landing right at his feet.
Oh, they got
9
off
health
here.
now to work with.
Oh,
And the
that's
second
fucked.
one
He needed Alfie to
confirms
kill
the
them.
kill. Alpha
Yeah.
tried to swing and help, but he gets dropped too. Chronicle.
Oh, fuck the
in
whiff. Oh,
open,
fuck, we got a
taken
game.
down.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit. We got a game.
Within this round, you're looking at Leo, the only player with a gun. He's going to be leading the charge. Again, this has been one of the gaps. And it's completely unaware. And nobody even looking in that direction. That's a huge mistake in the beginning of this round already.
It could become very costly if boots go on the ground. Oh, Alpha Year in the corner. Good for one. And the trade here could be good enough. That Viper's Pit looks tempting now. If it's activated, and it is, this defuse will be very difficult indeed. Mr. Fallen down and out, you lose a lot of the utility to go back through this pit, and with the pistols, this is the best possible scenario. Question is, can Cena deal with him? And he's almost been dealt with himself. Durka only has a classic, but he nearly wins that
Did I
duel.
miss anything
And
important?
Cena is
Fuck.
sent running
Wait,
in
they're
the
getting
other direction.
ecoed.
Reveal now in play. That ultimate will not allow them to drop the pit. It will instead leave them fighting the back of yellow, taking down
Psych.
players as they go. For the time ticking away. Someone needs to get close and get... Oh! This spike! Well handled by Durka, finishing Cena
Yeah,
off
he
from
could.
their earlier battle. Snakebite
Are you fucked in the head?
Oh, what a molly.
thrown in from afar. Boaster
Molly
firing
hit.
through, and he's caught Yetajay.
Oh my god.
Time! FNATIC are up there!
FNATIC have leveled things up again. For FUT, it's not quite as damning. They do still have themselves a couple of ultimates to play with and a purchase into this round.
Interesting position from Alpha. You might think they could walk through and take the spike, but of course there's a trap on the left. If there's any deep aggression from this FUT side. An incredible round.
They're one off the
FNATIC to pick
KO
up in
ults.
the previous. They found their second wind here on Breeze. 2 more rounds for either team
Is that orb still there?
to lock us in to split with a 2-1 scoreline. Otherwise, we're going all the way to an overtime. So we're FNATIC are
A split through
more than
halls and
familiar.
doors? Kind of fire?
had their
You
fair
always
share,
split on the
even outside
Viper
of
roll.
Lotus.
Always. It's a protocol.
Because it's like the weaker side, probably?
yeah.
The same course.
Scanning ahead.
Viper's bit was used by Attic Captain instead.
Weaker side, and if you
Fnatic will not be
split
going
on the
through
Viper
EMEA.
roll, the Viper's
They'll look to take
basically
things through the
useless.
He's
open
inside the
door.
ult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now standing. Cracks
30
only
seconds
defending. Mr.
Like
Fallen
right now,
drops out, but
it's
yeah,
just-
good flash.
just tail
Great
outside.
response.
Viper
Chronicles
worry about
down
his
and
back.
I guess the
Bird's
split took
already
too long,
been-
though.
Yeah, they got 20
Everyone's
seconds
here
as
now.
well.
And they died, but...
Have to
Oh,
get
I
onto
should have
the
been
side
hiding.
fast.
Oh, they're
Durka,
trolling.
Boaster,
Oh, they're
make that
trolling.
Leo as well.
Wait, they're tossing.
Yeah, they just
Very
threw hard.
little.
Now
Fnatic
Viper's just fucked.
managed to dig deep.
This is the same as
Make this
Icebox
one more than
11-11. It was a
competitive.
close
And the
round,
captain's
then
dropped
FUT
his
won
pin. They know
instead.
exactly where he is as well. Durka managing to get his ult online. They're throwing util directly into his face.
But this time
The only
Fnatic are going to
danger,
win.
The
I
only
think.
unknown quantity is going to be Yedajay. He's sneaking his way through, but their plan
One.
is to try and
Does he
isolate
expect
the
yellow?
other.
There's no way.
Yedajay yet to be spotted. Walking his
Oh
way
my
out. He'll go
god.
straight into the hands of
3v5.
Leo. Oh, look at this. We've seen Tube be a problem.
Nowhere to run.
Many a time. Spam does quite a lot of damage. And speaking of spam, Fnatic are trying to use the ultimates. Throw everything at their opponents as they make their way into the site, but it hasn't been as successful as maybe they would have hoped. Haven't managed to find the open, or at least they hadn't. First one goes their way, but it's an immediate trade.
I seem more than aware where Boaster is, but he's got backup. That they might not know. Looks like no further commitment to taking him down as they move instead towards the site. Losing CNET along the way. The shot from Durka corrected just in time.
11-11 was the game.
Or so many of them are.
That's
15
tough.
health
One
on Alpha here.
round.
73 on Boaster.
I mean, everything that led up to it too,
The
but...
positioning absolutely perfect. And Fnatic, while it looked like they were down and out at a point, like FUT had them.
Damn. Nah, no way.
But it looks like the old Kings are hungry
Wow,
for another
wow,
shot at the
wow,
throne.
wow, 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 wow.
13